Hello and welcome to Valuechain News. I am Naomi Oleribe. First, the headlines. Senate to probe Shell over alleged illegal oil lease renewal. NAFASA records zero pirate attack in 5 months. Ipman appeals to motorists to avoid panic buying of petrol. And now, the news in detail. The Senate on Wednesday said it will investigate oil company Shell plc over alleged illegal extensions of oil exploration leases and is seeking a refund of $200 million, which it said accrued over the period. To this end, a 7-member committee has been mandated to investigate oil exploration leases granted to Shell's Nigerian division from 1959 to 1989 and from 1989 to 2019 under a joint venture agreement with state-owned NNPC. The Senate disclosed that Shell and its joint venture partner NNPC were granted extensions of oil exploration leases by the Ministry of Petroleum outside the law, causing the government to lose fees, taxes, rents, and royalties. The fight against the menace of piracy and sea robbery activities on the nation's coastal and territorial waters is paying off, with the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency (NAFASA) recording zero attacks in the first 5 months of the year, a development that has given Nigeria commendation from the international shipping community. Speaking to newsmen in Lagos recently, Minister of State for Transportation Ms. Gbemi Saraki said the efforts of the agency with the support from the ministry was beginning to yield results and called for the sustainability of the fight against piracy on the nation's waters. After Mr. President commissioned the Deep Blue project last year, and within the period of 5 months, we have broken the jinx. In the last 5 months, we have recorded zero attack, and I think that says it all about my assessment of NAFASA, she stated. The Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria has said Nigerians should stop panic buying, saying that its members would sell petrol at government-approved price of 165 naira per litre. President of the association, Elder Chinedu Okoronkwo, spoke at a press conference on Wednesday against the backdrop of earlier indications by petroleum dealers that pump price of 165 naira per litre was no longer sustainable. According to him, the Nigeria National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPC) and the Petroleum Products Marketers Company (PPMC) have released petroleum products from their tank farms that could sustain the nation for the next 32 days. Hence, there was no need for panic buying. While the government had fixed 165 naira per litre as the pump price of petrol, the current realities in the market showed that the minimum the product should be retailed at the stations should be 180 naira. Okoronkwo urged members of Ipman to maintain the status quo of 165 naira per litre. Ghana faces a looming fuel shortage as the country's central bank is currently rationing dollars after oil prices surged after Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The monthly fuel imports bill for the West African nation jumped to $450 million in May from $250 million in January. According to reports, the central bank is only offering about $100 million a month at its foreign exchange auctions, and licensed bulk distributors can no longer plug the shortfall in the black market, the source said. African governments face stark choices as Western sanctions on Russia disrupt global energy markets. Though Africa is home to several major producers of crude oil, the continent has limited capacity to refine crude. OPEC Secretary General, His Excellency Dr. Mohamed Sanusi Barkindo, has been decorated with Republic of Austria's prestigious silver insignia in recognition of his achievements as Secretary General. The decoration is bestowed on citizens and foreigners who demonstrate outstanding merits and achieve exceptional accomplishments. Responding, the Secretary General expressed his deep appreciation for the decoration and thanked the Austrian government and people for their continuous support over the last 6 years, highlighting Austria's role as a host in the successful period of the organization's history. The rising wave of unemployment in the country has caught the attention of the federal government as it has announced the opening of employment and job creation portals for unemployed Nigerians living in the country as well as those in the diaspora. Labour and Employment Minister Senator Chris Ngige, who made this known yesterday while speaking with newsmen after the weekly Federal Executive Council FEC meeting presided over by President Muhammadu Buhari, said the council approved a portal called Nigerian Labour Exchange that would be domiciled in his ministry for employment and job creation. He said the platform had not been developed over time and could not take stress of the number of people wanting to go into it, adding that the digital platform was supposed to be used by employers on one hand and job seekers on the other hand. Before we end the news, here's a recap of our headlines. Senate to probe Shell over alleged illegal oil lease renewal. NAFASA records 0 pirate attack in 5 months. Ipman appeals to motorists to avoid panic buying of petrol. And that's the news. I am Naomi Oleribe. Good evening.